we soulmates?
I think we probably are. It can be a difficult climb, this whole soulmate business.
It is, I think, the one trope that explains why people hate romance. Here you're supposed to find in these books your absolute soulmate, and then they close the book and they look out into the real world and they go, it's not happening for me. There is these set of expectations that just bear down on them and make people feel more depressed, and so they turn John aside to romance and go, you're to blame for making these stereotypes that no one, man or woman, can ever live up to it.
So do you believe in soulmates?
I believe that we all want that.
We all want it. I think we do all want it. It'd be easier if there was a sticker on the one. You could be like, oh yes, you're the one. Easy. And it's all settled and you know they're perfect for you and nothing will ever go awry if it's your soulmate. But
yes,
knowing that humans occasionally make mistakes, if one person hooked up with their not soulmate and that was the soulmate of someone else's soulmate, it would throw off every soulmate and so on, domino effect.
I agree. And that's why, quite justifiably, people have this angst about romance. There's this huge peeve that's what it does. So romance taps into that universal craving of the search for the other. Plato talks about that, is that love allows us to bring together the two halves. And that comes from a belief in Greek mythology that we were originally created with 4 legs, 4 arms, 2 noses, 2 mouths, 4 eyes, 2 faces. And Zeus took a look at that and he decided, along with all his teammates up there, that was just too much to handle. Humans would take over. So we were split in half. And so ever since then, we have always been seeking our other. If that's the case, this is age old, our seeking a soulmate. And it has nothing to do with modern romance. It just has to do with us all the time feeling as if a bit of our life is empty, and can't we have someone to step in and as in the famous Jerry Maguire line, you complete me. Yeah, just thinking about it really opened things up to my way of thinking, about this whole idea of romance, because that's at the centerpiece of it, is finding that soulmate. I don't think romance answers the what after. How do you keep that soulmate? How does that soulmate change? Because if you change, then doesn't your soulmate also have to change along with you in order to keep you all both in, with your 4 legs and 4 arms and 2 faces? this creature that you've morphed into.
It addresses the point up to where they're going to be happily ever after or happy for now. And any of what you're just talking about, the soulmates changing through the years as it progresses, that's a quirky side character couple that's just so adorable in their neighborhood. And that's the only time often that we get to visit that.
Yes, there is a small niche opening up now for married love, which actually takes on those challenges of what happens with children or with aging parents or with a revealed secret that will strain this, what they had thought was the idyllic marriage. It has been challenged on various levels of how to define a romance, but it did stop at that point of where there needs to be a happily ever after or a happily for now, and it didn't look beyond the bonds of their initial coming together. It's time that romance could spread its wings a little bit.
Do you think there is a supernatural element to the soulmate. And I think about the movie Serendipity. A couple meets, they feel like this connection, this crazy connection, but they decide to test if they're meant to be together. He writes his name and number on a $5 bill, and she pays for something with it and sets it out into the universe. And then she writes her name and number in an old book that they give to an antique bookstore. So that's gone. And then the last, well, one of the challenges, there's numerous challenges, but one of them is they go, they both try to go up in an elevator at the same time, opposite sides of the hall. And while they both press the same number, a kid gets into his elevator and pushes every number. So though they would have come out on the same floor, she comes out first, and then he's too late to encounter her. So with that, they part ways. But are they still meant to be together? I don't know. There's still quite a bit more movie left. They don't get together right away, but still, it's got this magic from the universe helping them find their soulmate and come together.
It's pretty primal for us to always be sort of seeking the other. In that way, the supernatural, the universe, as you said, God's will, however you want to define it. I think that's out there. You know, the incredible irony is that really we are alone, but in our state of aloneness, we are always seeking the other. And I think the whole energy, yes, of the universe will find ways to try to bring people together. It is nothing like when you are single, is for everyone conspiring to try to find you someone to date, a soulmate, right? Oh, but you're such a good person. You deserve somebody. It's
Reveal.
truly a community thing where it just does not sit right for us for not to have a partner, and you need to have another in your life. You just cannot be alone. The irony is that we sail alone in this world, but we're always trying to find that second ship to come along with us, right? And if we don't want that, well, the community will make sure that you do get hooked up somehow. It becomes an almost duty if you know this person and they are alone, and it becomes your duty almost to try to find them a partner.
It makes everyone else around you uneasy if you're not with a partner. We don't
Yes.
like seeing ourselves apart, and we don't like seeing others alone.
I read this interesting article called "What Did Plato Have to Say About Soulmates?" It's posted on theconversation.com. It brought up the incident about how he went to a wedding, and the wedding vows were so lush and so profound. They talked about how you are the light through my prism that spreads a rainbow. That wedding led to the breakup of 4 couples. One or the other or both of them looked at each other and went,
No.
we're not measuring up. We're not measuring up to these vows. It really challenges that whole idea of, well, is there somebody out there that's supposed to complete you, or are they supposed to just help you complete yourself? That trope exists for a reason. I don't think you're ever going to get rid of it, but it is hugely problematic when trying to give genuine value to the genre of romance, or just to a love story as well. You could open up a whole series of tropes about post happily ever after. And you could have that setup of, let's challenge this soulmate trope. Let's have them at a wedding where they just bickered in an ongoing issue, or it could be a value, something to do with money or children. Have them come to the church and have them listen to these vows, and they connect with each other on the same idea that they shouldn't be together. We just come up with the ideas. Now we just got to execute them
In the spare time.
in the spare time.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. We need to have a in our spare time channel.
Okay, sure. It won't be up for a while.
No,
FYI.
we will need to have some spare time to set it up.
Yeah. But as soon as we do, stay tuned. We will tell you all about it.
That's right.
And also this publishing company for our books we're writing on from this channel.
That's right. Yeah, the Farm Gals Press.
Yeah, I like it. I'll make the logo.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
In your spare time.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Until the
Good
next
chat.
one.
Bye.
Bye.